What's up, my chaotic crew? Bentley Michaels here. Hey, thank you all so very, very much for downloading the adventure on Monday, taking the journey with us. We all very, very much appreciate it. Hey, we recorded last Saturday, just a couple days ago. Oh, and we're getting into it. We can't wait for you guys to catch up with us. And, we're kind of in the back nine as far as recording on season 2, but it's going to get ever so exciting. If you want extras, go to Patreon. For $1, you get the unbriefings, which we immediately sort of do our breakdown after the show and that sort of thing. The $10 tier gets you some DM notes and some a monthly video where we wrap up everything through the month with different players, guests. Ooh, it's also very exciting. Give us a rate, give us a review, give us a thumbs up, give us stars, anything on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, however it works. You guys all know the drill. Hey, let me ask you a question. How you feeling this week? Oh, that's so very good. Well, see ya.
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
And welcome back to Chaotic Amateurs, D&D's biggest podcast ever, maybe? I don't know. Check the internet. They're all liars. I'm your host and DM, Bentley Michaels. To my right, we have...
Caleb is Yumhorn Darrell.
Dash as Peleus Eonerth.
Rhett as Dark Dragonsbane.
Milo is Ren.
Oh, and last time... Oh, Adventures on the High Seas, everybody. They met Peleus Eonerth, Nestlerin's brother, and Aenowyn, the head of the elves, her son. A little bit of a scallywag, little scoundrel, this guy. He's got his own ship, the Pale Lady, and he is taking our heroes through the lonely ocean, then into the wandering abyss. And where we last left them, they were navigating the Silent Reef. They went left, lost a little bit of the ship, went right, Netty 20'd that, and got right around it. And now they were going through the speed bump area of the water, and they're having a hard time hanging on to their oars. So I need everyone to roll me sleight of hand.
Ooh! Real quick, what was the name of the rocks that we hit?
You are now in the Silent Reef.
Silent Reef.
Silent but deadly.
Everything's got to boil down to a fart joke with you, doesn't it?
We don't still have advantage, right?
No, because this is going to be a dex. And in fact, you probably have a skill set.
Peleus. You.
Oh, I'm good?
You.
I don't know what that means, but
You have advantage.
I
didn't want to let all of them know, but I will say anything on your ship that you were doing, you have advantage.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
That makes sense. You're familiar with this.
Oh, 2 1s. No, I'm kidding. 6 is my highest.
Okay, well, I shouldn't have given you
But
that.
do you have...
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so Yumhorn, you have...
I'm really frustrated by this, but I got a 10 total.
Okay, you got a 6.
Woo!
8.
You got an 8.
11.
Can I want to point something out here.
Bentley has quit. He has left his own house.
I am the
Okay,
same amount.
so as you're going through this, you all just like a bunch of little cartoons with jackhammers, and you all just slide away from the oars you're holding. You slide away from the helm. He's going with you, and you're going towards the back. And I'm gonna need you to.
I feel like Rhett and I have switched oars, like just from like vibrating.
100% that is exactly what happened. You guys pass each other, like you're just like
we're looking at each other like what's going on?
Why is it so yeah, and it continues to be that way. So I'm going to need you guys to all roll me acrobatics to get back to where you need to be. Ren, I will give you advantage because I'm going to say Peleus is going to allow you to hold on to him. Okay, so Durrock with his crit embraces the fact that he's changing sides, and like Usher sideways moonwalks over to the other oar. Yumhorn.
Got a 12, sir.
Okay, then you're gonna sort of just like slip and trip and grab onto the oar, and you're gonna have to get yourself back up.
Okay.
Peleus.
10.
Ren.
17.
Okay, for some reason, Ren like counterbalances you, and like a wrestler slingshots you off the back of the boat, and kind of pushes you back up. And because it's wet, you kind of like slide, risky business style, back up to your helm, and but you are going to take. Ooh, man, that was a hard slingshot. You're going to take 3 back damage from hitting the back of your boat.
Oh, that one hurt, that's for sure. Can't say this is the first time, though.
But because you guys all, you see a huge looming rock coming right up to you, and it kind of makes like an L to the right, so the only way you can go is left, because you guys took so long. It would have been much nicer if you would have not all been so terrible, because you kind of see it to the right. It actually looks a little bit nicer over there, but you're going towards the left, and you notice that big swirling drain of a mass coming up upon you. So, roll to go left or smash into the rocks.
What are we at?
Your strength.
Remember your bull strength.
Ren screams down to the oars.
21.
Good. Yamhorn pushes forward. The oar goes back. You feel the ship start to turn. Peleus.
10.
Ren,
I swear,
take the wheel,
I'm
Ren.
rolling 2 dice. I'm rolling 2 dice.
You know what it is? You just got the curse of Yamhorn because you took an extra 20 out of his bag.
I did. That's what, honestly.
You shouldn't have touched his
So
dice.
I got a 19. Do I kind of see it slip?
Okay, and then Durrock, 20. Okay, so the oars, they shift in the right ways. Durrock, you pull back. Yamhorn, you push forward, and you start to turn, and Peleus tries to push, but he kind of slips, and as he starts to slip, his legs go out from under him sideways, but he's still holding on, and Ren jumps up and grabs his collar of his jacket and pulls down, and it brings the boat around, and you narrowly miss the rock, and Ren just pats your head.
Thank you, little one. I'll be honest, not the first time a halfling has steered my ship better than me.
All right,
Let's talk about that later.
Yeah, so you're rocking and rolling, and you guys notice that to the right, while there's a bunch of sort of smaller, jagged rocks that look like you could maneuver if you rolled, rapid-fire 20s insanely well, and to the left, which is where you're being pulled, is sort of a whirlpool. And then beyond that, you see the water start to get a little bit calmer. And but with the sort of the clouds and that sort of stuff, there's like a fog. But through it, and every now and then when the lightning goes off, you see once again an even bigger, now looming sort of piece of land.
I want to yell out to Peleus. Is that where we're... Wait. Yeah, is that where we're headed?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, about right, yeah.
Wait, it looks like it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Looks like the image I painted in my head.
All right, so what would you guys like to do?
I'll go ahead and incite him and see if he really believes that this is the place that...
Go ahead.
10.
And I want to do whatever I can to
Then you
avoid...
believe him.
I want to swing wide of the whirlpool. I don't know if that's clear.
Oh, lads. Oh, no. I'm going straight for the whirlpool. Oh, no. We're going straight for the whirlpool. And Peleus takes out a pipe and lights it.
Okay.
He just keeps it steady. The helm.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what he's doing.
Really?
Oh, yes.
We got a slingshot around it.
Oh, so
I'm
like
sure the
use
captain
its
knows what he's
momentum?
doing.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
You guys...
If that's what you think I'm going to do.
Uh-oh. I believe
Guys,
it.
I think he's checked out. We got to do something here.
I think the
let's
sea
steer.
caused him to go mad.
Yeah. He's got Kevin.
Peleus, I'm afraid I have to relieve you of duty.
Commandeer.
Oh, we got a mutiny on our hands, do we?
You guys are continuing to travel as you're holding on to your stuff, and since you didn't make a decision, the whirlpool, you're going that way now.
All right. I guess we're going this way. Grab the oars.
Slingshot it is.
We don't got time.
Hold on, lads. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Woo!
Should I roll for something? I feel like I need to roll.
All right. Yeah, you guys can roll to steer your oars.
18.
Okay.
Can I Misty step to land?
No, you're not that
Dang
close.
I don't like this. This is where the podcast ends. We bring in a guest to test our faith, and we go straight into a whirlpool and die.
21.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to try to assist with the idea of slingshotting with the whirlpool towards the water.
We got to time it just right, guys.
13.
Okay. And what were you trying to do?
So
we're going to ride it around one time.
Yeah,
no.
I believe that he is going to slingshot us with the whirlpool, so we'll ride around in one swoop, and then spin off towards the.
Okay. You'll notice that he is not turning the helm at all. And so as both of these guys, he lit the pipe, he's holding it straight, and as both of these guys spun the oars, you guys are not on the outside edge. You guys are kind of heading more towards the center.
And I'm rowing. I'm like, Peleus.
Okay, I want to grab the oar. I want to grab the wheel then and turn it towards the.
Okay.
I still want to try to ride it around and slingshot.
Okay.
I feel like it's too late to just go straight for the island now.
Absolutely too late for that.
Okay.
You'll have to get him off of the helm because he's holding on to it and he's bigger than you.
Kick him in the nards, Ren.
That'd be like
Or
a
punch
headbutt.
him in the nards.
I'll summon my spiritual weapon then.
Oh, jeez. We got a real move.
I mean, sorry.
All you got to do is use your words, Peleus.
So, magic flail,
Okay.
which appears behind him,
Right.
and smacks him in the back of the head.
All right. What was the roll? Or what does he have to beat?
Got to read this every time. Sorry. It's a melee attack.
Okay. So it has to beat his AC? Or does he have to roll a...
Yeah, does he save or do you?
Make a spell's effect.
If it's melee, I would imagine it's just against his armor class.
Yeah.
All right. What was your roll?
I got to figure out what the mod is. Spellcasting modifier, which is 11. Damn, really high mod.
Wait, you have a plus 11?
So that's going to be 25 versus AC.
Does that hit?
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, it beats my AC.
His leather armor AC of what, 13 or something?
2d8. So that's...
He's dead.
One shot. Well, it was nice having you on the show, Dash.
So 10 force damage to the back of the back. Your right shoulder. I'm assuming I'm on his right side.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that you bring it up and you basically, you don't hit him like a hammer like before. You're going to use it, and because I'm needing, I'm just going to have it. Like, you use it more as like a... Like a plunger, like a boom, and you hit him right in the middle of the back, and so it kind of like goes like that, and then he flies back.
I'm trying to get him off of the...
Yeah, so he bounces into it chest first, goes back. He'll take 5, and then he kind of slides back to the back of the boat, and now the helm is turning.
Grab it.
Counterclockwise. All right, I'm going to need a strength check on that.
That's not my strength.
You got bull strength.
I do not.
Oh, sorry.
9.
We do, yeah.
9. Okay, you grab onto it, and now you're riding it around.
Oh, no, we are dead. We are dead.
That's a really cute, funny thing to see, though.
Yeah,
Little,
I'm so glad
little Ren.
we can go to the watery graves. Just
Oh, that's
so
cute.
happy at the carnival ride.
So I get up and I kind of shake it off and I give like a little smile. I'm like, oh, the little one's got bite. And then I take my staff and it starts to glow.
Okay.
And then I cast Hold Person on him.
Oh,
Okay.
oops.
And it's a wisdom saving throw. DC save is 16.
18.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are. So you do that, and like as he's going around, like your spell just misses him. Basically, like he goes up and around, you miss it. You miss aim like the hand on the clock, and it goes right behind him, and it hits your center mast. However, you were up, and you were more than welcome to go grab the helm again if you like. It's up to whatever you want.
I
to
want
do,
my
Peleus.
flail to continue to like stand guard behind me
Okay.
as I'm spinning around. Yeah.
Words can fix this anytime, Peleus. Words, I say.
You know, I'm the captain of this ship, and you guys lost faith in me really quickly. You didn't think for a second I might know what I'm doing, but no, you just went, he's insane. And the lady who sent you on this mission entrusted me to guide you. But all right, if you want to play hard, I can play hard.
Ren, I think he has a good point. I didn't hit you with the spirit flail. That wasn't me.
All right, you guys are traveling, and you are now, we'll say there's 10 rings of whirl. You are now in between rings 1 and 2. And you are definitely at more of a 45-degree angle, and you're going to be cutting across them rather quickly.
Do we need to go straight in, Captain?
History says at this point, not really getting out of it.
Okay.
So should we lean in?
Lean in, boys, just lean in.
All right, I want to. Yamhorn's going to steady himself. I'm going to try to grab onto whatever I can and pull the oar in so it doesn't get lost.
Okay.
No, we need to like push ourselves out of this. We need to continue to go forward and try to use the momentum of the whirlpool to get us out.
Here's Yamhorn's thinking.
I know.
Okay.
I'm so
Yeah,
torn.
Yeah, like, Ren, I love you, and you've been a great friend. But you've also been, like, popping off in really weird situations, so I'm going to have to go with Peleus here, and I'm gonna lean into this whirlpool.
Reverse
idea.
mutiny.
It's like we're running to attack Peleus, and then, wait, nope! At Ren.
The oars, quickly.
Yeah.
Call
It's
yourselves
like a Scooby-Doo door. Like you go behind one mast, and then you come out the other side going back the other way.
Ren and acquaintances is really what it is. I trust you. Never mind.
Did you see the way he kicked
Well,
that
he
thing
does
earlier?
this all the time where it's like we call the group Ren and Friends. It's not because he's in charge of it. We're like
Although-
a tribunal.
yeah.
We split the
Yeah.
decision making.
No, I get it.
Oh, so yeah, I pull the oar in, and I'm like, all right, and I just hang on and brace myself.
Do we
Okay.
need,
You guys
do we need to aim with the oars, or should we just pull the oars in, Captain?
At this point, it's a whirlpool. You're not going to oar your way out of this.
I don't
You think
know.
you can row out of the force of nature?
Oh, that's
It's
good.
dragging us down.
Dragon, you say?
And then it
Oh,
clicks.
woof.
You just hear woof from like over the. So as you're continuing to go, and it's the circles are starting to get shorter and shorter, and the boat is leaning to the left the entire time, and you're really starting to tip sideways and then come forward, and you're almost at the point now where it's the bottom, and it's like the bottom is, or the tip of the ship is facing down, and so the bottom is just circling. It's like a stand-up object. That's just sort of circling the sides, like riding the side of the wave.
I don't feel like we're going to slingshot out of this.
Oh, really? What gave you that impression?
Okay.
Down the drain we go.
So how would you guys like to brace yourselves?
I pull out my rope of climbing,
Okay.
and I secure it to me and Yamhorn to the ship. 'Cause
Okay.
he's the only one who knows.
Okay.
Can I use my spiritual weapon to like secure myself to the helm?
Yeah, if you
It
want.
like ties itself around. the
Sure.
door and the helm.
I'll allow it. That sounds like fun.
And as an added something.
Words, young
Yeah,
Harney,
I know,
words.
I know.
Bonus?
Yeah, sure. I want to cast Hold Person to Duroc and myself to kind of hold us in place.
Yeah, because, I mean, why trust the guy with a magic rope?
Well, hey, dude, this is scary stuff. I'm gonna stack it.
Better
if
hurry it
I
up.
can. Yeah. Okay, I do that.
Okay.
Up to 3 creatures of my choice.
Okay.
But we have to be close.
Do you have to...
If he's a willing person,
I'm willing.
Yeah,
I
or
don't think he
whatever.
has to roll for
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Oh, okay.
If he wanted to resist, it would be a charisma check.
Oh, that's what you did earlier, right?
I did hold person earlier against him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right. So then you did it on... So just him, you and Duroc?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you do it on you and Duroc and all
I
this...
don't know about you anymore.
You guys told me to.
You're right. It was my mistake. I own up to that. But I was just using words. Diplomacy, guys. Diplomacy.
And so you're shouting at each other, and as you go down, you foot, and then all of a sudden, and you're underneath. Yeah, can I get? There we go. And our water sound effect.
The only
you're-
one for
you're
the sound of
underneath.
an ocean.
Yep, you're underneath. All of a sudden, you're sucked under. You can feel the hair on you. All of a sudden, though, like you don't feel necessarily like I'm sure you guys are freaked out for the moment. How are you guys reacting?
Holding my breath.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm clenched buttock so hard.
Okay,
So hard. Clenched. Buttock
good.
clenching tight.
Yeah, good. And so, you're underneath, and you're being sort of like propelled forward to the right. You kind of see like the big rocks like over off in the distance, and there seems to be sort of like an eerie light underneath there. You're like, oh, this is kind of really far. This is very lit up for being underground. If you have your eyes open.
Do we feel the water? My eyes are open.
Yep, you feel the water.
If I feel the water, I'm closing my eyes tight and turning inward, like towards the middle of the ship, away from the water.
Well, the water is all around you because you're underwater.
Right, but
Well,
you
so
get what I'm
it's-
saying?
Yeah, so it's not like rushing towards you.
Oh, so the
Yeah.
oncoming water as the ship is moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Entirely reasonable thing. We just rip them apart.
Well, no, I mean, it's
What would you do if I had a super soaker and sprayed it in your face? Right?
I would walk forward and try to punch you in the face and take your super
Take your
soaker.
super soaker. Yeah. Fair enough. Wait till the air pressure leaves. That's
Yeah, because
Duh.
it's not a hose.
Yeah. Takes a lot to pump. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Those lime green 50s.
Oh gosh, the 250, man.
Yeah, the red and the yellow.
Oh jeez.
Double barrel.
The backpack.
Yep, had
Oh, the backpack.
Okay. Anyway, D&D.
that. You see 4 creatures with super soakers approaching.
I've been waiting this whole my
No,
whole life.
14-year-olds.
No,
We
you're
gotta kill him again.
I got this, guys.
Nice callback.
by the way, he is caught up on all of the recorded episodes. I sent them all to him so he knew what was going on.
Oh, good,
so
good.
he's completely caught up to Dash is completely caught up to Session. He's heard episodes that, well, I guess everyone's heard at this point, but never mind. Not if the
I
record.
was there for them.
No, I was saying the listener. I was like, but never mind. If they're hearing this, then they know.
Oh yeah, that's
Sorry, I turned
As
my
of
head as
today.
the water comes towards me.
People make fun of me, and we continue.
But okay, so you still, Yamhorn, you still have your head turned?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And Ren, what are you doing? You're attached with your flail. I'll say your flail turns into like a big hand and is just holding you onto the mast.
Okay, I'm into it. Yeah, it's just holding me there.
Okay.
I feel like it would be facing forward, and it's just kind of like gripping me, and I'm trying to hold the mast steady as well as I can.
Okay. And what were you doing again?
Well, I never said. I'm just
Okay.
leaning against the back railing from the
Embracing
helm,
life.
Yeah.
and I've got a pipe. It's not lit now, though, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's still in my
why
mouth.
he lit it. He's
Yeah, I'm just leaning it back. I'm just chewing on my pipe.
Okay. And so your ship is making its way through. And so Ren's eyes are open. Duroc's eyes are open. Okay. I want both of you guys to roll me perception checks.
15.
14.
Okay. Both of you
Don't see anything.
are noticing like how kind of creepy the light is, knowing how stormy it was out there before, and seeing how this light is almost like shining down through. You would think it was like the Bahamas, the Jamaica, something like that, with the way the light is. And you, both of you, sort of off in the distance, to the left, you see a fluttering of a being, like almost hit the light, and then it's like it realizes that there's a ship coming at it, and then it flutters back into the darkness.
Can I take a closer look at that?
I mean, it's hundreds of feet away, so
Okay,
if you have binoculars, underwater binoculars.
Do you? Is that in your
no.
inventory?
Oh,
Ren takes notice and thinks that's interesting.
okay. So you guys both notice that.
Okay.
Can I talk in the water?
I don't know. Can you?
I'm going to try to report it to Yamhorn.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever you just said, seemingly, while it does sound underwater, comes out in normal Duroc tone. And Yamhorn, I will say that Yamhorn kind of doesn't open his eyes, but his head kind of tilts because he hears your voice. And he's probably confused because it's so underwater.
Do I roll a perception or something?
I don't care what you guys do. Why don't you
Okay.
tell me what you want to do?
And Peleus goes, "See, boys, I said it'd be all right.
Okay.
We're not dead, are we?"
At that, Yamhorn opens one eye, and then the other eye, and looks
Okay.
around.
Yamhorn, for the first time you were seeing this sort of, to the right, you see big ol' rocks. Those are ones that you were probably navigating. There's smaller rocks and that sort of thing. To the left, you sort of see darker expanses that look almost more like a rock wall. But for, a nice, huge circular area, you're seeing a nice light blue tropical sunlight coming through this water.
Oh, the eye of the storm. It's beautiful. I'm in awe.
Okay.
I continue to look around.
Okay, you continue to see that stuff as your ship continues to go forward.
Sorry about that mutiny, Peleus. We'll make it up to you.
It's all right. It's like the 5th mutiny this year. I'm getting kind of used to them, to be honest.
Am I supposed to be looking for something, guys?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of keep on keeping the wheel like steady and looking for whatever I'm supposed to be looking for. Is there?
I don't know what you're
Is this
supposed to
boat
be
just
looking
magically
for.
guiding itself, Peleus?
Yeah, are there any? Is there like an underwater city in front of me or something? Or we're just underwater?
You're underwater, your ship is slowly moving, and you've seen what I just said that Yamhorn saw.
Can I pull the wheel up so we can go back above water?
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
You're just slowly moving along.
Can I breathe?
And that's why I like you. Your air finally runs out, and you instinctually go, and no water goes inside your mouth.
Yeah, I started breathing when I started talking.
That's not necessarily true.
So there's something magical down here.
Peleus? Have you been here? Is this normal?
Are you steering or what?
I'm world traveled, yeah. I've probably been here. I took you straight into a whirlpool. I'd probably traversed this area before. Go ahead, suck in the air, boys.
How come you're... Okay, all right, fine.
Yeah.
Do we just sit here? Do we let the boat do the work? That's what I'm asking.
You feel a knock against the side of the boat.
Uh-oh.
Good times, good times. I'm enjoying this.
Do I feel like if I released myself with my flail, I would like go off into the water, or if I would stay on the boat?
You don't feel as though, even though you feel the water going by you, you don't feel as though a pressure of you being down deep, and you don't feel as though it's pushing you. You just feel that it's like glancing off of you, just like a light breeze is going by you.
So I'll let the flail let me go.
And
Okay.
you fall off the boat. He just rolled.
Do I feel anything?
You're
No?
steering the ship. If anything, it looks cute because you're holding onto it and your feet are kind of floating out behind you, but it's not like you could easily pull yourself back down, but I think that's funny. And then all of a sudden you feel a knock against the bottom of the boat and it kind of jars it and you feel it 2 more times.
Peleus, what is that?
Well, could be a number of things, honestly. Could be a crocodile, although this is the ocean, so that seems unlikely. Could be a dragon turtle.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Also seems unlikely. It could be, I don't know, people who live down here.
People, you say?
Yeah, people.
Are
Of course people live in the ocean.
these are not people I'm aware of. Can you tell me more about
Your
these
boat
people?
is starting to come to a stop.
You guys. I'm nervous, and I dropped my hammer.
You'll have to ask Durok to untie you first, and you will have to break hold person.
Oh, yeah, I defo do that.
My rope is just around your waist.
Okay, yeah. So I pull out my hammer,
Okay.
and we're tethered together like two best friends.
You guys are still tied to each other.
Says the guy who won't tell us anything. We're just like, all right, get ready to kill our way out of the ocean.
Don't you know where we are?
Mysterious people we've never heard of before.
Fine, I untie you. God, I'm paranoid.
No, Durok, no! And then I wait and see what happens when he unties me.
I coil my rope back up on my belt.
Okay. Then you guys are just sort of like gingerly standing on the boat. It's not quite like when you're in the bottom of a pool, you know, like you sink yourself down there and it's like if you make too much, you know, you'll start to float back up. There's definitely a lot more weight here. But, you know, you could, you know, feasibly, if you pushed hard enough, easily, you know, like shoot off through the water. But you maybe feel, actually, you know what? Roll me Arcana.
10.
19.
14.
Okay, Durok, you imagine that you kind of go like, you know, you would imagine that this is maybe some sort of magical sphere that's surrounding the boat, kind of keeping you safe, keeping you grounded. And maybe if you pushed outside of it, there, you know, it might be a little bit harder for you to navigate the terrain.
Okay.
So we've stopped now, right?
Yep, your boat has come to a slow halt, and you feel one knock against the underside of the boat.
Peleus, do you know what that knocking is?
Yeah, this is making me real uncomfortable, dude.
Remember when we hit you with a magical flail? We're that edgy.
You see Peleus sitting back, just with his
Drenched pipe.
his pipe. Well, while you're underwater, it's just like, yeah, he is blowing bubbles, and he's just like. He's just like sitting back with his feet sort of out, just laughing. He's like, good times, good times.
I want to go look over the edge.
Oh, I'm having a time. I am.
Seems
I'm
like I've
really
heard it more to
enjoying
the
myself.
left side. So I'll go
Okay.
over that
Ren, you
side.
did what now?
Go look over the edge.
Okay. Ren, you see a long tail scurry underneath the ship, and you feel it knock right underneath where you are.
So I'll be like, there's something attacking the ship. Peleus, this might be of concern.
What? Oh, attacking the ship?
It's got a long tail.
Well, lots of things have long tails. I mean, certain ladies have long tails. I've traveled the world enough to know that a tail doesn't mean danger. It just means maybe more fun. You know what I mean? And then Peleus takes out an apple and starts carving it with one of his daggers and eating it.
Okay.
He has a point, guys. I recall a time when I
Durok, you feel, as you start to speech, you feel a knock under your side of the boat, and sort of almost eye level, you see a tail go around to the front of the boat.
I draw my sword. I'm like, oh, screw that. I was wrong.
And Yamhorn still has his hammer. He's gripped it, and he's kind of wringing the hand a little bit and kind of darting his eyes between Peleus and Ren. And now Durok, since he's on edge, I'm kind of like waiting for a cue on what to do.
All right.
I don't want to look over the edge.
Can the
just for
boat
record.
sink while it's underwater?
We've sunk. I
I'm
think.
sorry. Did you just ask if a boat at the bottom of the ocean can somehow sink more?
I'm just wondering if this thing attacking is
Trying to
sink us.
At the front of the ship, what was that? The bow, the stern?
Bow.
The bow? The bow of the ship, Ren, you see Two Tails kind of go underneath the spike, and then you feel a knock in the front and a knock in the back.
I think something's trying to get at us.
What do you want us to do about it?
Yes,
Like you keep saying that.
I'm just saying, there's something,
Well,
and
do
I
you
have no
think
idea what it is.
If they wanted to get to us in the ocean, we're on the top of a boat,
They could.
they would just come at us from the top of the boat.
And at that time,
Got a point.
They come to the top of the boat.
the natty 20 and the 19 come up on the side, and the natty 20 comes at Duroc and uses its claw attack to slash your arm, Duroc.
So are we sure these things are unfriendly?
Getting that impression.
I don't know. My
It
cat
was-
slashes my claw.
It was an
my-
out-of-game joke. It was a bad
And you
one.
take 5 slashing damage across your left arm. Yumhorn does a 24 hit.
Just barely.
Okay. Then you, Yumhorn, are going to, as you look over and see your friend Duroc get smashed, Yumhorn, you are going to get a harpoon right through your back and throughout the front of your shoulder and take 9 piercing damage.
Oh, that looked like that hurt. I'll be honest, yeah, that one looks like it stung.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Oh, ocean adventures, right, boys?
Can I cast a Sacred Flame at one of these things that are attacking my friends?
You can try.
Should we roll initiative? Or?
Wait. I may have a reaction. Let me just edit.
Oh, that's a grisly wound. That's
Great Foley. I do not have a reaction, so
Okay.
whatever. I hate this game.
Okay.
So
What would you-
It makes
what-
a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
It has to beat a 19. Let's see if 19.
That'll be easy. Good dex. Yep. 23.
I want to look at this harpoon in my chest and
Okay.
try to make sense of. Okay, we just had a creature slash him with a claw,
Mhm.
and we got a harpoon, which, in my mind, doesn't necessarily correlate with the claw that we just got. So does the harpoon poking out of the front of my shoulder look like it's man-made, or like, you know?
It
Yeah, there's people in
definitely-
scuba gear just flipping around. Just
We got some.
It looks like it was maybe
Or is it like a
carved out
barb?
of some sort of crustacean or underwater material that is extremely dense and hard.
So it looks humanoid maybe?
Coral, maybe?
Mm-hmm. That's the word I was looking for, and I couldn't.
I was
I
gonna
know.
say
I was,
coral,
I
but-
was like, he wants to say coral, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
coral.
I thought Bentley would make fun of me as soon as I said coral.
I would have made fun of you.
Yeah,
No.
you can.
Yeah, he's going to make
You
fun
weren't
of you
wrong.
regardless. Yeah.
I don't need to give him more reasons.
They just have like...
Not with
it's
those
just-
shorts.
It's just a bunch of kelp just fashioned together, really sharp.
Oh, that's
You'll be
easy.
fine.
that's good for me. I think
So I'm sensing 3 of these, right?
the omega 3s.
I don't know. Are you?
Well, I saw the 2 in the front and I felt 1 behind us. So I'm thinking there's 3.
Okay.
The next time I see them, I want to cast Calm Emotions on them.
Ooh. Okay.
They need to be within 60 feet and a 24-foot radius.
Nope. Nope. You were pondering your.
No,
your
I was
harpoon.
asking if you guys if that happened.
If you want to,
I'm still trying to figure out what the F is happening.
Okay. Well,
And-
you've got a harpoon sticking out of your chest,
Yeah.
and at that moment,
Yeah, that's
as
not
you're
good.
looking down at it, it's ripped out of you.
Oh no!
I've just been waiting for Peleus to like take charge in this. If there's like some sort of
He's still
diplomatic-
sitting down with his arms on the back of the boat, just like really like he's relaxing. Like he's got two ladies on either side of him that he's probably imagining them.
Do we have to do the same thing?
I start humming a song. Oh, who lives in a castle under the sea? Half people, half fish.
So it got ripped out of me just now?
Yep.
Out of the front or out of the back?
It hit you from the back, went through your front, now was
And
ripped out through the
retracted?
back. Yep.
Okay.
You're screwed. That's a bad wound. Yeah. The blood is just attracting more.
You got to throw him over.
He's gone.
If I can see at least two of them, I want to cast Calm Emotions.
Give her perception.
9.
Well, you beat their 1 and their 3 for their swimming stealth. I'll put it that way. And you see what looks to be 2 larger male-esque upper body humanoid, lower bodied tails. But they have claws. They look like they've got crazy seaweed dreadlocks for hair. You catch a glimpse as one looks over you. It's got red eyes and it kind of smiles, and it's got crazy piranha teeth.
Do I see this?
I don't know. Did you roll a perception?
10.
Then you see 2 shadowy figures swim by you.
Ren, do I see you looking over the edge at these things?
If you do.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the heck is happening. Ren, what just hit me?
There are these weird humanoid figures.
Uh-huh.
Are they merfolk?
Never
Gonna
seen
kill some
anything.
merfolk?
I've never seen anything like them before.
Peleus, have you heard of anything like this?
What? Like what?
Ren?
Merfolk?
Ren?
Oh yeah, no, we've heard of merfolk. Yeah.
At that point in time, Yamhorn,
Sitting here.
the harpoon, with a 24 to hit, goes through the other shoulder, out the back, or through the back, out the front.
Yeah, you guys!
Immediately pulls, and you take 6 harpoon damage.
I don my shield. I tell Yumhorn to get close to me.
And
I get
Durrock, before you did that, the other one rolled with a bite, with a 24 to bite. So it grabs the same arm, and you just see, you finally up close see this hideous, with like a humanoid structured face, but definitely part like piranha type fish, bright red eyes, big old teeth, big old long Jack Skellington hands, but with big old claws on the end. Dreadlocked seaweed hair, grab your arm, give you a big old evil smile, and chomp your arm. And
I bite him back.
you're going to take 4 piercing damage on your arm, and then he scurries off.
Is that all you got?
And roll me a history check. Both, yeah.
Crit!
Then, Durrock, you know this as a marrow, or a murrow, which is basically a crazy, evil, underwater male mermaid, but they not so nice.
Finally, something we can kill.
Durrock, do you know what page?
No, I don't. What? No.
Nothing. No.
The page in the
No.
history books?
It's okay, so you guys go to the center of the boat.
Yep.
And then you see the 2 Murrow come up on either side. Mm-hmm. And they're just, one has got a harpoon. You see a harpoon on the other one's back, and that's the one that attacked you. The other one's got in its hand.
Mm-hmm. Peleus yells out, "Good luck, lads!" And then he just kind of slowly looks like he's nodding off.
I try to talk with them.
Okay.
And I say, we're just trying to get through. No need for violence here.
Okay. And Ren, did you still want to cast?
Yeah.
Now that you've seen them come up on the side of the boat?
Yeah, let's go ahead and cast Calm Emotions on them and see if we can talk to them.
Okay.
They make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. What do I got to be?
Oh, 19, sorry.
Okay.
How is that hard?
Because Ren's a boss.
I do have +5 to my wisdom.
Man, that was so close, but both of them have -1 charisma. So I got an 18 and a 17. So I got an 18 and a 17. So they are under your spell, Ren.
So yeah, I suppress strong emotions in them. So I tell them, you don't want to fight us. Let's talk about this. Why are you attacking us?
Their posture seems to relax a little bit in the water. It's not as aggressive. Like their shoulders kind of relax a little bit, and their back relaxes. They say, "What are you doing in our lands? You are not supposed to be here."
We're searching for a magical item that are...
What makes you worthy of a magical item?
We're
not really sure.
We're Ren and Friends.
And Peleus yells out the back, "I've been asking the same thing!"
And I say with a lot of confidence, we are Ren and Friends.
Okay. Never heard of you. You.
Well,
nice
we're great
to see
heroes.
you again.
Hello? How's it going?
Look, we don't know if we are worthy. We're here to prove it. So let us through. We'll get out of your lands.
Roll me a charisma check.
Give me another natty!
Nope.
Nope.
3?
15.
15?
Critical
Okay.
fail.
The one that you were looking at kind of cocks its head to the side, like, like a confused puppy or something like that. And kind of like shows its big old teethy smile at you. Like, yeah, that was pretty good. All right.
I make eye contact with the merfolk and I'm like,
And he looks at you as kind of like,
They're trying to steer out of the whirlpool.
And so the other one that is looking at Yamhorn is looking at him expectantly and looking at the hammer in his hand.
I reluctantly drop it to my side, but I keep it in one hand. So I'm not looking as aggressive. I just drop it.
Okay. He smiles at you, and your boat starts to move forward again.
I nervously smile back.
Diplomacy worked, finally.
He
Never believed in this stuff.
He turned around and swam off into the dark. And as your boat is going forward, you notice that it is also starting to go up. Underneath you, you see a whole, as you get towards like more the lighter waters and that sort of stuff. And if you're looking down, you will notice that there's a whole mermaid community down there, and like some of the hottest mermaids you've ever seen.
I'm telling you, you have not lived until you've seen a real hot mermaid.
It's like that episode of Futurama, the Coca-Cola factory underwater.
So I look over at Peleus and be like, why didn't you just tell us about these merfolk?
Sometimes I have directions to not help you. Sometimes that's just how life is,
Well, that's just not going to be helpful for us.
Ren,
And we throw him overboard.
we figured this out on our own. Just the typical Ren and Friends way. I'm just really glad I didn't have to kill those guys, because they do seem like okay, fine folk.
Yeah, says the person that didn't get 2 harpoons through the...
This mother guy bit me!
As you guys
Big
are
horn.
going up through the water, and you're starting to gain speed, and you can feel the water rushing past you faster. You guys feel your wounds closing, and you guys feel that you're healing. And as you get up, all of a sudden it just, and the ship kind of comes up out of the water and boosh.
Spell slots healing as well.
And yep, and you are just sort of lightly pushed to the shore. And what you see in front of you, and Peleus can relay this to you, is the island that you are supposed to be at. He knows what type of island, the name of the island.
Oh, there it is, Narrow Green. Finally, we've arrived to our destination. Gonna meet up with old pal. He's a little nuts. His name's Ashwin. Little crazy.
What race is Ashwin?
Excuse me, Ren. Can you have a little more tact, please?
I'm just curious. Know what we're getting into.
What's his race?
Well, I mean, where did he come from?
I rub my arm and I say,
Peleus doesn't see race.
I hope that fish didn't give me salmonella.
Woof.
I throw him overboard.
So if you could tell us more about this.
His race? It's kind of hard to tell. It's like one of those where you're like, I'm not sure where you're from, but, you're from one of those countries. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Libya, yeah.
Libya.
Parks and Rec joke. Never mind.
That was Back to the Future.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. But all I'll say is he's a bit crazy. That's it.
Any tips on how to communicate with him effectively if he's crazy?
Well, I don't
what is
know
he
if
like?
you've seen so far, but it seems like talking to people tends to work often. You can try talking to him.
What information are we trying to get out of him?
Well, lots of stuff.
All right, fine.
Does he know where this thing is that we're...
Peleus puts a pipe in and starts to light it. Wow.
I put my shield and sword away,
Okay.
and I get off the boat.
Okay.
I wait to hear if Peleus was going to say something after he puffed his pipe.
Oh, right. Yes, Ashwin. He's probably going to put you through a bit of a ringer, maybe. Probably going to lead you somewhere. Test your will. Give you a quiz. I don't know. Honestly, details not my thing. And I'm
Really?
not giving a lot because I don't keep secrets well at all. Like, at all. Some might say it's kind of my fatal flaw.
Sounds like something Ren and Friends can handle. And I look at my friends with a lot of reverence.
Oh.
I think you'll be fine. He's a good dude. Just like I said, little nuts. Little nuts.
Peleus, what's the most interesting secret you can tell us about your mom?
Whoa, well, interesting secret about my mom. She likes to go into taverns and she likes to pretend to be another person and scam people out of the gold. It's really weird, kind of insane thing that you wouldn't expect an elf to do.
No.
But, yeah.
No,
I was not supposed to tell you that. Oh.
Next time.
He sucks on his pipe some more and kind of laments into the distance. You are a scoundrel, Peleus.
I didn't hear any of that because I'm on land.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
So are we actually on land or are we still
you're on the boat,
underwater?
and the boat is sort of just like, the water has pushed you up onto the edge of the sand, and that's where you're stuck.
And this is an island above.
You are on the front of the landmass, to the right and to the left. See, he's always asking the questions, guys. To the right and to the left, you notice nothing but sand. There's sand, 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 and it probably goes for a mile on either side.
And
in front of you, if you wait a second, in front of you, you see what seems to be a huge desert of sand, but the hill, you notice that on either side, right or left, it just seems to lead up to a top point. And as it gets up towards the top of the hill, you'll notice that it like you start to see like some greenage intermixing with the sand, and then you start to see a few trees up at the top, and it definitely looks, about a 2-mile trip.
Peleus gets off the boat and slides down like one of these little like rope ladders, and doesn't slide. He climbs down.
Yeah, that would burn.
Sliding would burn.
Ouch.
Actually, no, he does slide down.
got
Peleus
gloves on.
slides down because his hands are so calloused and just damaged from the salt in the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And he slides down his rope ladder, gets onto the beach, kind of walks onto it, kind of looks around like he's definitely been here before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And he has.
Ren is just going to kind of go back and forth and like look for a good place to hop off.
Peleus, you know the way?
Oh, yeah, no, go ahead. Come on down, boys, and start following me. Peleus takes his boots off and tosses them back up into the ship. He's barefoot now.
I try to do the same thing as him and slide down the rope, rope ladder.
Burn your hands. Take 1 rope damage.
Why are you taking off your shoes?
I'm on a beach. It's nice. There's sand everywhere.
We're going inland, though, right?
We did just go through some terrible storms.
Yeah, it's just like lots of sand everywhere.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna.
bottom of my feet are so calloused, I'm basically wearing shoes at all times. It's actually disgusting. It's like barnacles down there.
I keep my boots on, and I
take mine off, but I tie them and put them over my shoulders, so I keep them with me.
It's cute.
Ren's just going to point up. Is that where we need to go? Towards the trees at the top?
Yep. Right up there. That's where we're going. Follow me. Form a line. Nothing too dangerous out here, so you should be fine.
I call second. And
I'll
try to run behind him.
I'll take up the rear.
Okay, I'll be in the middle.
Okay, so you guys start walking through the sand. Peleus is pointing off at different places in the sand, like little different sand dunes and that sort of stuff. And he's like, and one time over there on that sand dune, this was long ago, by the way, there used to be this tree. And he's just telling you all these crazy stories, kind of like the weird roadie in Wayne's World 2. And then, and so he's just telling you all these weird stories. You're like, maybe they're true, maybe they're not. And
Pretty much been how the whole ride has gone.
so you're dealing with the sand between your toes. It's definitely getting warmer. And I want you all to make a perception check.
Rolling red to win.
17.
19.
16.
Okie doke.
This is unusual.
Okay. So you all notice coming up ahead as you're like the hill is starting to really start to get steep. You'll notice that the sand all of a sudden up at the front, it kind of like flicked in 2 spots, and it moved a little bit.
Like on its own?
Yep.
You guys, did you see that? Peleus?
Yeah, I saw it.
Peleus has been just staring up into the sky, and then he goes, What was that? No, sorry. I was thinking about the time I was tied to that tree by a minotaur. It was a weird party.
Why don't I ever get invited to parties like that?
Mm.
Well, because you're a dwarf.
So was it kind of like
That's a fair assessment.
like a sand fall? Like
Yep.
a little...
But then the sand moves on its own to
Well,
wherever
no, it
wants?
looked like something bumped the sand from behind.
Oh, like underground almost. So you guys saw that, right?
Yeah.
Do you know of any like sand creatures that inhabit this island?
Well, no, just my buddy Ashwin here on this island. And, like I said, he's a bit nuts, so...
Yamhorn kneels down in the sand, takes his dagger out, and pokes into the sand, where I saw one of those.
You walked right up to that? Okay. So you do that. I'm going to need you to make me an acrobatics check.
It's funny because I know exactly what that is.
18.
Oh, Yamhorn, you as soon as you poke in, you deftly, for some reason, I wish it wasn't, but you beat it. You deftly beat a huge claw coming straight out at your upper body, and you drop down, and it swiped over you, and then another claw is coming out. And as you notice this large scorpion coming straight over, and roll me one more acrobatics, Yamhorn.
I think you got what you wanted now. 8.
Okay, then one of its feet steps on you. And let's see here. Where is... You take 5 large scorpions stepping on you damage.
Oh, this has been a good weekend. Oh, boy. I've been looking forward to this. And then Peleus just leans against one of, like, the palm trees or whatever. I imagine there's palm trees here.
I'll give you one that just happens to randomly be there.
Nice. He
Spurts
just
out of
leans
the
There's
against,
shade.
he leans
so-
against the one palm tree and lights his pipe and then starts cutting an apple up.
I say, guys, a little help?
I think you got this one, Yumhorn.
Just kidding. I draw my sword and shield.
Okay. Okay. So you are now all faced with a large scorpion. Would you like to roll initiatives?
I would.
I rolled
All
a
right.
12.
19.
20. Non-natural.
Okay, Yamhorn 20. Ren was 19?
Yep.
And 19. You were 12? And the scorpion rolled a 2. Okay. So, Yumhorn, you were up first. You were right underneath the belly of the beast.
Since I just used my dagger to poke at the sand, and I'm now facing upward at the
Okay.
thing, I'm going to just stab straight up, kind of reflexively, hopefully getting into the center of the body.
Okay, with your dagger?
Yeah.
All right. So, what does that entail?
A dagger attack.
Okay.
20. Non-natural.
Okie dokie. Where's this bozo's class? Yep. Okay, you hit him.
3 piercing.
Okay, you hit him for so you like you get stomped on, and then you're like, I don't like that at all, and then you stand up and He-Man him with your dagger right in the gut.
Standing or on my back or however I am. I feel
I'm
like
gonna
under
make
a
you stand
car.
up.
Okay.
And you stand up and you He-Man him up, and it takes like a little bit of a step. So you cut him a little bit, just like a little bit, and it makes a and then it keeps walking forward, and the tail just kind of knocks you to the side. And Ren, you're up.
I'm going to bless my 3 friends here.
Okay.
Whenever they make an attack, they can roll a d4 and add it. And that's for 1 minute, so you can continually use it for this encounter.
Sweet.
That is my action. I'm going to move away from this thing, and that's all I can do.
Okay. Cool. Durok?
I guess I roll right up to the one that's over Yamhorn.
Okay.
Or near Yamhorn.
It's past him now because it knocked him out of the way.
And I guess I'll...
There's only one.
Oh, so sorry. And I take my first attack.
Okay.
At this mofo with Draken's Toter. 16.
What's that?
16 to hit?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my second attack.
Remember, you're blessed.
Oh. With what?
D4.
Oh, well, I rerolled. 23.
That hits.
Okay. Oh, my God. 6 damage.
Okay. 6 damage.
Actually, I'm going to use my Savage Attacker. Sorry. I can do that. 8 damage total.
Okay. Okay, and Yamorn, how much did you do earlier?
3.
Okay. All right. Durok did it. Then the Scorpion. Okay, so Yumhorn, you're in front of it, correct?
You said...
Durok, you're in front of it, correct?
That sounds right.
Okay. Durok's in front. Ren, you're off to the side-ish.
Yeah, moved away.
And if you guys are close to me, remember I got my shield out, so.
Okay. And you're... Peleus, you're off to the far left underneath a tree.
Yeah.
Being a real douche.
Yeah, I'm hanging out. I'm leaning against a tree.
Yeah, it's going to look right at you.
Okay.
And it's going to scuttle over to you and attack you with its tail.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to care. Smoking his pipe.
And I go, "Ooh, looks like I'm in it."
Okay, so melee weapon attack. It's going to come after you. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Then it's going to be...
Obviously.
It's going to be 6 piercing damage plus...
Owie.
1 extra of poison damage.
Ow.
Phone home.
Phone home.
So you're sitting there eating the apple and you're like, and you see this big old scorpion just like, wait a minute. And it just scurries right over to you, and as it's scurrying, just the tail comes up and behind and just knocks you right in the shoulder, and it makes you drop your apple.
Aw.
In the sand. There's sand in it now.
You've got a sand apple now.
Okay.
And it is now your turn. You are now in the initiative.
Cool. Oh. Cool. I'm going to get up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to point my finger at it. And then
that's super mean.
At in a 20-foot radius that doesn't include me.
Mm-hmm.
On it, I'm going to cast Fireball. It's a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Got to beat 16.
Do I add any mods to it? Or my dex?
Yeah.
I'm stupid. Okay, good. 12.
Okay, so you take 8d6.
Yeah, that's all.
You just guys hand me some d6 here. All right, you want to play, you little ponce? We'll play. 6, 7, 8. Okay.
I'm liking this.
Okay, so let's see here. I can't add, so.
Here. Do this. Whoops, sorry, that was 6. So there's 20.
That's another 6, 26 plus 4, 30.
I guess it's okay compared to my 3.
36.
So 36 damage, and then I'm going to add my intelligence modifier as
Okay.
damage, which is an extra 4, so I did 40 damage. I was not happy getting stung.
Wow.
All right, that's it. No more messing around for Peleus.
So you say that, and you see your apple in the sand, which seems to really trigger you.
I was hungry.
And you pointed your finger right at it, and you shoot fire out of your hands.
Yeah.
So
Shoot a little fireball. It's one fireball.
So you see all of you like kind of look over. Yamhorn, you're getting up out of the sand. Ren and Durok look over, and Durok, you're like, yeah, hit it. What's this guy gonna do? And Yamhorn's like, his belly hurts. And you see like this little flame come out of his hand, just this like little golf ball size of a fireball. And both of you, I imagine your face is like, what the... Did he just crit fail or something? And then and you just see it like almost in slow motion go right towards the scorpion's head. And as soon as it does, it hits the head, envelops the entire body. Ash, gone.
Mushroom cloud.
It's like
Then Peleus picks
It
up.
had 50. It had 50 hit points. And you guys took away 11, and so we had 39 left.
Nice.
That's amazing. That is unreal.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
so not what I had planned, but that's pretty awesome. So Peleus, you see this creature, like you see it stand there in ash form for a second, and then it just goes, and it just drops down.
I look at Durak and I say, "Do you have an apple on you?"
Here, you can take my apples, Peleus.
I got some apple butter. You can munch on that.
Yeah, whatever you need.
All right. Well, looks like Ashwin's being a dick. Alrighty. I'm gonna get my apple. I'm gonna brush it off.
Well, so this is
continue
Ashwin's
on.
doing?
Could be. I don't know. It's an island. I told you he's nuts.
Yeah. Okay. And Yamhorn cleans his blade, puts it away, and continues behind Peleus, assuming he's going.
Yeah, I could have done that in another couple turns.
Of course you could have. Of course you could have.
I just really need you to know that. 3-4 turns maybe.
I believe you. Yes.
I feel like after that we should have like a sand fight montage, like, just
Wake
playing
me
around.
up
Just be
before
Until it gets in Durak's eyes, and then he gets cranky about it.
I'm already cranky
I don't
about
wanna
being
play
in sand. I was covered in water. Now my beard's all sandy. It's annoying.
Yeah, so you guys continue to make your way up the hill.
Was there anything inside of the scorpion? Or was it just
If
ash?
there was,
You
not
sick.
anymore.
Search for the magic items.
You always got to look for magic items, right?
Yeah. Oh, I understand. No. If there wasn't anything that you could tell. It just looked like a big old pile of ash. So you guys are starting to make your way up the hill a little bit more, and if you guys would like to talk, or
Was that part of the so-called test that you were hinting at earlier, Peleus?
Well, I mean, if it was, it took me by surprise. Because it stabbed me. So
I guess that's fair.
Well, you
this
handled
isn't
it.
really my test, you know what I mean?
You handled it quite well.
Do we like need to heal him or something? Are you all right?
I think I'll live. I'll be good. Yeah, I'll be
All right
fine.
then.
If you do, Ulagon's got your back.
Oh, here we go.
I pull out a pamphlet and I start telling you about
It's all like
all the
colored in
wonderful
crayon-
things.
Colored in crayon that he made himself. Just
Peleus looks at it, and then when he looks away, he just like tosses it behind him.
Okay, so you guys continue walking,
Yeah.
and it's starting to even out a little bit more. You look down, you see kind of how steep like the walk was. You guys were taking kind of like big, sort of like walking steps to really get up like this steep hill, and you're starting to sort of come out onto a plateau. And you still notice you got a little bit of ways, but the trees are getting bigger. There's a little bit more green foliage around here on occasion. And the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. And, the sand's starting to blow around a little bit more and that sort of thing. And I need you guys to make a perception check.
Okay. And Yamhorn kind of brings up his shirt around his mouth. And
Okay.
9.
Okay.
7.
8.
Wow.
Awesome.
65309. Right, here we go. Okay, so you guys all just kind of keep moving forward, noticing that as you do, the wind is picking up and the sand is starting to blow higher, harder, and a little bit faster.
don't.
What?
Just a little further. Just keep going.
I was just going to say, should we speed up maybe a little bit?
Yeah.
Did you think I was going to Misty Step or something?
No, I thought you were gonna make a joke.
Just a little further. We're
push
almost
through?
there.
Yeah, push through. Kind of fashion a little thing around my head and cover my eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
I kind of...
Is the sand
Suggest we double-
obscuring? Sorry, is it making it any darker or?
It's just starting, like, you can still tell that it's daylight outside, but it's definitely starting to get, a little bit like, the Mummy or something, it's definitely starting to pick up and getting thicker, and you're having a harder time sort of seeing. And even you, Peleus, are like, Ashwin, I'm blood red mad.
All right, Ashwin, you bloody bastard.
I picture Diablo 2, the sand... well, anybody? Diablo 2?
Yeah.
Diablo 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm on board. Sure.
Made by Blizzard.
Yeah. Good
That's
job.
basically where I'm at. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm familiar. It's a video game. Yeah.
I wrote out a couple curses for you, Peleus. Muppet hands. So,
what?
look at this, Muppet hands. Or you can call them bookbenders. Rock Grinder is always a classic.
Yeah.
And
We resent
then Duck Herder is another one.
Duck Herders.
I think that was one of the old school.
Yep.
Duck Herder's a good one. Pickled onions.
Yeah.
Pickled
Twisted
onions.
Nethers.
Bunch of rock-eating savages.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
That is our word.
Right.
all right. So you guys continue, and then I want you guys to make me a Constitution check.
Finally. Oh, jeez.
15.
Okay.
10.
I guess I might as well roll mine.
Yes. Everyone. Sorry.
Yeah. So,
Oh boy, what's my...
10.
Okay.
so 15.
Who else got 15?
Twinsies.
Okay.
Go elves. Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Half elves.
Yamhorn's new best friend.
Yeah.
So,
You got a 15? I got a 15.
So,
Alright, calm down.
good lord.
Jeez, get off my coattails.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Sorry.
you two, Duroc and Ren, are blown over on a big gusty sand thing of wind, and Yamhorn and Peleus both get hit, but they kind of put their hands up in front of their face, and they stretch their legs out and they strike a cool pose, and the wind and the sand kind of goes through them. But when you all open your eyes again, you see a large tornado of sand and wind spiraling in front of you, and kind of like Clayface on the old Batman animated series, you can tell that there's a face, in the top of the cyclone. You can tell that there's a face. It's like, and it's even using the sand like those weird,
Like in
those
The
big,
Mummy?
like those big I don't know, like those big picture collages, where they use like a bunch of the different pictures, like that are all different colors to
Mosaic.
make like something else bigger. Short mosaic. Yamhorn, world traveler, knows all those fancy words, and but like you can tell that like the different grains of, and so it's giving it shadow and it's giving it definition. You can tell that where the eyes and the eyebrows and this big old like crag teeth and all this stuff is just, and it's just kind of and it looks down at you all and it says, "Who dares to pass the mountain of sand?"
I look at Peleus.
Ashwin, is that you there in a friggin' cloud of sand tornado? You Muppet hands.
Ashwin can't help you here.
Oh boy, we're gonna get melodramatic. All right, well, sounds about right. These fellas are here for the whatever. They gotta do the stuff. So, we done with these tricks, or what's happening here, bud? Come on, I've got stuff to do. I've got a date with a half-orc later.
Yeah, so it is going to do a melee weapon attack on you all.
On us all? Can I don my shield? Because it's going so slow, because it's so giant. I'm like, my shield, quick!
Nope. Because only you know this. You're just standing there, and as soon as he says half orc, whatever. Let's see here. How many? There's 4 of you.
Oh, God.
Well, I'm just rolling you all individually. Yamhorn 17 to hit.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Perseus Yamhorn, or Perseus 17 to hit.
Peleus?
Or sorry, Peleus.
Perseus?
Sorry, Perseus
Yes.
Jackson.
Percy Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit me.
Okay. Duroc. 24 to hit.
Why are you always rolling 24s?
You got my glow in the dark dice. Okay. And Ren might get out of this.
Yes.
13 to hit.
No.
All right. So this big gust of sand and wind comes around, and it kind of like a hula hoop with its lower body, hula hoops out, and it misjudges how short Ren is, and it just knocks all of the rest of you. Duroc, you get kind of like in the shoulder and the neck area. You two half-elves get bludgeoning damage right into your sides of your body. And let's see here. 2d8. Hold on.
Little boy.
Yumhorn. Oh. Yumhorn, you get 9. Peleus, you get 12. Duroc, you get 10.
Finally, a worthy foe.
And I want you all to make a history check.
How's this for history?
Stone check because it's sand.
17 for me.
It's
I'll allow it.
for me.
I hate you.
Is, 27 for me.
Okay.
Wow.
Then Peleus.
Of all the things to be good at, history?
Yeah, I got a lot of skills.
I
man.
got a 19. I've read
Okay.
a lot of books too.
I only got
Yeah.
a 12.
I told you guys earlier I was a professor for a time. I did mention
that's
it.
true.
And
Duroc.
I've read books.
Duroc, you're like, oh, a sand tornado. Bring it on.
I've seen one
Is
of these.
that all you got?
Ren realizes it about a second and a half after Peleus, as Peleus is already starting to talk and tell you that this is an air elemental. So, Peleus?
This will be interesting to deal with.
Oh, right. The air elementals.
Can you fireball this one too, like the last one?
I mean, I can try. I think maybe fire would do it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
How big is he?
He's fairly large.
He's a tornado.
Larger than 20 feet in diameter.
Yeah.
Would I
Rain on him. Make him all wet.
would I
was thinking about that.
Would I know the weakness then, or what it's like?
If you would like to relate to your players,
It's AC, it's hell.
that is damage resistant to lightning, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons, you may.
Is Draken's Toter magical?
I relate that to the players. It's immune to that stuff.
And I would suggest that the players all write it down, because that is where we leave it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. So, folks, head on over to Patreon on Thursday to check out the wrap-up show, Unbriefing with Chaotic Amateurs. This was a little bit of an extra long session for you. Today is the day that our buddy, our best friend Yamhorn, it's his birthday sesh, so we've got to prepare for that. But I wanted to make sure you guys had some extra fun and some extra long stuff here. So head on over to Patreon for just $1 to hear the wrap-up show. I have been your host and DM for this session, Bentley Michaels, and to my right, I have
Birthday boy. Caleb is Elmhorn Durrell.
Dash as Peleus Ian Earth.
Rhett is Direct Dragonsbane.
Milo is Ren.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.